We have no creative constraints because it's a video game, and the rules of the video game are being established kind of as we go along, and that's the beauty of this.
Aw, the gang's back together. Nothing compares to a soul-snatching enchanted video game to really forge the bonds of friendship. I'm ready to see these stars back in action, so here's everything you need to know before you go. Jumanji: The Next Level is the third iteration to come from the Jumanji franchise. It's a direct sequel to Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. But up first, what is Jumanji, you might ask? It was a board game in the 1995 original film starring Robin Williams, and in the 2017 film, we saw it in the form of a video game. But to take it back a bit further, did you know the fantasy adventure franchise was adapted for the screen from a 1981 children's book by the same name? Jumanji, the picture book written and illustrated by Chris Van Allsburg, was about a magical board game that applies elements of the jungle to its players' real-life setting. The original Jumanji film, released in 1995, brought the pages of the picture book to life. The cast included the wonderful Robin Williams, along with Kirsten Dunst, David Alan Grier, Bonnie Hunt, Bradley Pierce, Jonathan Hyde, and Bebe Neuwirth. Just like the book, the story follows the adventures of Judy and Peter, two siblings who discovered and played Jumanji. And of course, they had no idea that trapped inside it was Alan Parrish, who had played the board game 26 years prior. Alan, Sarah, Judy, and Peter are taken on a wild adventure as the twists and turns of the game unleash stampedes, a monsoon, terrifying animals, and even transforms Peter into one. And the only way to end the chaos is to complete the game.
What exactly am I supposed to get out of the way of exactly? I have no idea. All it says is take evasive.
Did you know? The Zathura: A Space Adventure, released in 2005, also written by Chris Van Allsburg, is a part of the Jumanji universe. But unlike the book, the film has no direct tie to the other Jumanji films. There was also a Jumanji animated series that lasted 3 seasons from 1996 to 1999, centered around Judy and Peter. Okay, and now on to the 2017 sequel. Just like its predecessor, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle got crazy. So remember how I said that Jumanji evolved into a video game? This is where we see that take shape. Instead of the game elements being pushed into the real world, the players were sucked into the game itself and had to navigate the jungle and some wacky obstacles. Oh, and the best part is that just like most video games, each player picked an avatar to represent them on the challenges of the virtual journey. Spencer is Dwayne Johnson, Fridge is Kevin Hart, Bethany is Jack Black, and Martha is Karen Gillan.
Alex, I don't exactly know how to taste.
You've been in this game for 20 years.
That's probably not how I would have done it.
Much like the original Jumanji, there is a player stuck inside the game that must be freed, and it becomes the player's mission to help him return home along with them. And this one doesn't disappoint. We get our happy ending. The group was on rocky ground when they first entered the game, but by the end, their bonds are sealed by their unbelievable time in the wild. There's even some romance between Spencer and Martha.
That was, I was so awesome.
I've never kissed anyone. Never.
Aww. Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle grossed worldwide a total of $962.1 million. And in April 2018, the film passed Spider-Man: Homecoming to become Sony's highest-grossing film domestically. And now, are you ready to take it up a notch? In Jumanji: The Next Level, the gang of friends is back together, but this time they have to enter the game to rescue one of their own. Spencer.
The gang ends up back in Jumanji when Spencer, the character who I played in the original one, he's grown unhappy with his life. And after becoming Dr. Smolder Bravestone in the first Jumanji, he felt like he had it all. He decides that he wants to go back in the game. And all of his friends are like, are you crazy?
They've also got 2 new players, Spencer's grandfather, played by Danny DeVito, and his friend Milo, played by Danny Glover. Plus, everyone is playing as an avatar different from who they were previously.
Danny DeVito turns into me, Danny Glover turns into Kevin Hart.
Dwayne Johnson plays Grandpa Eddie. Kevin Hart is Milo. Karen Gillan seems to be the same person, Martha. And Jack Black is Fridge, but then somehow switches back to Bethany? Prior to that, she was a horse in the game for a bit. Poor girl. Nick Jonas is also back, along with Nora Lum, aka Aquafina, joining the cast.
The game is familiar with where you left off. So because we conquered the stage that we were given a task to conquer, and the last one, we don't have the same mission.
So now you know, and now you can go see Jumanji: The Next Level in theaters December 13th.